Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Well, hi to Leo there, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Ducks, and with my buddy, Kev Hug and Duggan.
Hey, guys.
Let's not forget Kyle, the coach, Duggan.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just over here fixing my...
Oh, don't mind me. Don't look over here.
We're ready. You ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready. Ready. Oh, shit. All right, folks. Well, it's another episode here at the Charger Chat. Peak off season. So much to talk about. But we've got an Ask Boltfam lineup for you, so let's waste no time. Start at the top and wish a happy birthday from all of us to you. Your name is Joe Alt, and we love you too. Hey! Happy birthday, Joe Alt.
Hercules.
It was also Senior Snappy's birthday. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We know Snappy, and we are Snappy too. Hey! Happy birthday,
Anybody
Mr.
else have a
Snappy.
birthday? We're on a roll. Keep it going.
Yeah, who else has birthdays? I think we missed Khalil Mack's birthday. Happy birthday. All right. Well, folks, it's just kind of like looking at little tidbits here and there, things that have dropped down into our laps and made us go, this is something we could talk about, right?
That's a bit tid.
Yeah, we could. It's a what?
A bit tid.
There it is.
Tidbit.
Title of the episode, folks.
Tidbit. Bit tid.
Apparently came out with the there's a list of the most fined NFL teams of the 2024 season.
This was fascinating to me.
This is fascinating because I would think 99% of the time we'd see a Raider at the top.
Yeah.
Not the case.
Not in the top 10. The Raiders are not in the top 10.
Not even crested the top 10. They're too busy losing.
Guess
to get any
who's-
fines.
They can't get in the top 10 of any list.
No. even the criminal ones. Guess who's Utah, baby? Yeah. Guess who's give me two?
Yeah. The Chargers, apparently. Which I am shocked and chagrined by that.
Means they're playing hard, man.
And
Old school football.
It's by a large margin, too.
I know.
The Texans got fined $3.1 million, and we're in second place with $900K.
Yeah, I don't know what the Texans did.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Dude.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chargers almost $1 million in fines.
Most of that was probably Derwin James.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah. Can you believe? Can you believe the Chiefs aren't on here? That's hard to believe, right?
Weird.
Yeah, strange.
Weird how they don't get fined.
Huh?
It's odd.
Huh? Interesting. Yeah, probably. I bet you the bulk of our fines came from playing the Chiefs.
Probably
of them whining about getting hit.
Yeah, seriously. We have to play them twice a year, so of course we're on the top 10 list.
Yeah, fine. Well, that's okay because hey, they raised the cap.
Yeah, they
folks.
did.
We got more money. We got more room to breathe in here with this roster. We can now thank the NFL and the NFLPA to agree to a 2025 salary cap of $279.2 million per club. And that is a new record high, and I think it was 250 something.
They jumped up considerably because this happened last year. We were all like, "Oh my God, we have so much money!"
Yeah,
oh the money, and they really raised the rent on this cap this year.
Unfortunately, all that does is it just makes all the contracts more expensive. Like, I know.
Don't tell them that.
It'd be nice to think that just the Chargers got the little bump in cap, but it's league wide, so that just means corners are going to demand more, receivers are going to demand more, quarterbacks are going to demand more. It's just as it goes up, everything just kind of slowly climbs up with whatever that cap is. So
inflation.
I mean, it's
eggs.
Cool. It's a big
we need some money.
Yeah, these eggs aren't going to pay for themselves.
These players need eggs, man. There's a lot
shakes.
of protein in these eggs, and they need to afford the eggs.
That's true.
There you go.
So the eggs budget went up.
Well, I mean, the Chargers are definitely going to need it for all of the spaces that we're going to need to fill, and every little bit of extra space is going to be worth it. I'm sure if you're Dean Spanos, you're like, God damn it.
I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and it was interesting because like this one guy was saying how basically did the research on all the teams that signed a bunch of free agents, like the odds of them being successful are very low. It's like the homegrown teams with the draft picks are the teams that are successful. So awesome, we got all that money, but let's use it correctly.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. We still got, we recently resigned Elijah Molden.
Bring your boys home. Bring
now
your
we
boys
got to
back.
make sure we got to take care of Rashawn Slater.
Yeah, get him.
That's the big one.
Pay that man his money.
Pay the man his money. Well as raising the cap, it was also came out from the NFLPA. The report cards.
Report cards are in.
They're in.
Are we scared to show it to mom and dad this year?
Blessedly, no.
We're like A.
We're doing
A
great
this year.
Yeah, the Chargers ranked 5th in the NFLPA's club report cards. Last year, they were the 30th.
Ew.
We were way down, but what a glow up.
Yeah, it was quite the glow up this year.
We improved in every category with 6 individual areas, now ranking in the NFL's top 5. No category scored below a C this year, and last year we had 6 that were C or worse. So yes, 5th overall, and I think the owners were like
They got an A.
top 3, top 4, something like that. That's crazy. I mean,
guess who got a B plus?
I can't believe Harbaugh only got a B plus.
He got a B plus.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
After hearing everything that every player has had to say about him, you give him a B plus. Like what area of improvement do you think Harbaugh has?
You bring these report cards home to dad, and he's going to decide who to cut based on who gave him C's.
Yeah.
You give me the C's. Give me the C players who gave me C's. You're out of here.
We told you this was all anonymous, but I've hired a handwriting analysis. Now that we've got all this extra cap space,
we're bringing in specialists.
Yeah, we're bringing in a forensics team to figure out who's getting cut. But that is cool. That's good to see because, I mean, hey, happy team, happy
dream.
There it is. So now,
we're gonna do better than that.
No, that's how do you do better than that? I don't understand. What else rhymes with team?
Cream.
You can do like high grade.
Happy team, extra cream. What?
Oh God! We went there. All right.
No dream. I
put it down in the comments, folks. Happy team. Happy
got dream.
What?
You got a dream.
Scream. Cream.
No, this is
meme.
Bail out of this. Get out. Next segment.
Abandoned whip.
All right. Well, going back to the cap, as with the updated numbers and everything like that, we now know how much cap space the Chargers currently have. And right now we're sitting 1, 2, 3, 4, top 5 with 66 plus milli in available cap space, but still what, like 30 something roster spots to fill.
But we're only at, dead money's 3.3. Guess who has 29 million in dead money this year?
Ooh.
The
Raiders.
Awkward.
The Raiders do that.
Awkward.
See,
is that the Jimmy G deal? The Jimmy Garoppolo deal? That's still
maybe Tom Telesco really was doing us a favor and went in there and just sabotaged them all. He's like, I didn't get to use all my money. I just went in there and just blew it all up.
Yeah.
Well, I love seeing the Chargers being in the top there, and I can't believe the Patriots 127 million. Good God, who's on their team?
No one, apparently.
Nobody. Rookies, and that's it right now.
I guess that must be it. But that would be great to see what the Chargers do with some of that cap space, and that might include a wide receiver that we all know and love, because Keenan Allen is posting a lot of practice vids, but not Chicago practice vids. These are the OG Chargers.
He's sending up the bat signal to come talk to your boy because he posted at least like 20 clips of his practicing as a Charger.
Really?
Yeah. On his stories. It's like, what's happening?
Yeah, and I don't think there was.
It's good film too. Like I don't think he had much good film.
That was one thing I told Kevin. I was like, I mean, those were the better days. Like if you want to put your resume out there, you're not putting out last year's resume.
Yeah. Is it actually putting out your resume or just reliving the good years?
I mean, that's the thing is we don't know. It's very cryptic, but it's very noticeable because of how many the volume
this
of
just
video
all of a sudden starts 10 days before you can free agency happens.
Yeah.
It just seems like the timing is kind of specific.
A clue, Sherlock.
A clue. We have specialists for this.
Yes, we just hired a forensics team. Did you hear?
Yeah.
So that would be interesting to see if any of that comes to fruition with Keenan Allen coming back to the Chargers. He has said, I only want to go to LA or stay in Chicago. I don't want to go anywhere else or do anything else.
What if he comes back on like a league minimum deal?
That would be amazing. That would be wild.
I'm going to give you 1 year, $3 million, but I'm not going to practice.
No, he won't do
just play games.
He won't do that. No, he's still gonna demand 10 mil a year.
Of course. I mean, just to,
9 final offer.
Final offer.
I play hardball here.
Well, some other player news.
You get no brick oven pizza.
No.
9 million,
All right.
no pizzas.
You don't get the brick oven card.
He's trying to get like other players like, hey, give me a
sneak in there and give me
He's
one.
got his hoodie up. Give me a I just want to taste. But other player news, not necessarily Chargers related, but apparently the Raiders, with all of that dead cap, that dead money that they're dealing with, are trying to potentially trade tight end Michael Mayer. And plenty of NFL teams are interested. And this was a tight end. I mean, number one, we need a tight end.
He went in the second round when we I think it was Thule. Went right before Thule or right after Thule.
Yep.
It's they kind of have an embarrassment of riches over there. They just don't have anybody with tight ends, but they don't have anybody to throw them the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I think you're not maximizing Michael Mayer. He came out and he was supposed to be a stud, and he's just disappearing behind Brock Bowers.
I guess my question is, why would you want to trade him? Like, one, he hasn't had all that much production. Like, he's been good, solid, but he's still like, this guy's got talent. He should be a lot better. So you're kind of trading him at the bottom of his value, and whatever team gets him has got him on a rookie contract for another 2, if not 3 years, if they want to give him the 5th year.
Yeah,
it feels like a kind of
sounds like a Raider move
trade for whatever you're going to get. Yeah, it does feel like a Raider, and it's not helping your cap. Like, he's not making that much money. So I don't understand why they would. If they are, it sounds like just a total Raider move, and we'll take it. But if I had 2 stud tight ends, I would just keep on rookie deals. I would just keep 2 stud tight ends on rookie deals.
If there's any Raiders ownership listening to this, don't listen to the voice of reason, Kyle Duggan, and go ahead and let him go.
Skip over that.
But it would be interesting. I mean, that was also a player that we were looking at, and like,
that was like one of my favorite guys that draft.
Yeah, so it was sucked to see him go to the Raiders, but hey, might not be there too much longer. Well, folks, the combine came and went. We had it on in the background.
My favorite. I felt so bad for this guy. I think it was a DB or something, but it was one of those like throwing drills where you have to catch multiple balls, and this dude just took one right to the face.
Oh yeah.
They kept replaying it. It was just absolutely terrible. I don't remember the guy's name, but it was rough.
Yeah, I think it was a linebacker. I'm not 100%.
Linebacker, possibly. That's really all I remember from that.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. And Mr. Pat McAfee was there in attendance doing his show. And one of the guests, 2 of the guests, I should say, that he had on the show, Jim Harbaugh and Joe Ortiz, chatting with our upper echelon of the Charger office. And during the interview, one of them became very passionate. And I'll give you 2 guesses who it was. You only need one. Mr. Harbaugh told Ortiz, "Pay the man, Joe. Pay the man." Talking about Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Get him back here. Pay the man, Joe. Will Joe pay the man?
it's gonna get
Harbaugh's
done.
Harbaugh's
Do you think so?
I love him.
I mean, you have an interview like that, like Jim obviously wants him back. It's gonna get done.
He's using
I don't know a world where Jim says he wants a guy that bad on national TV, and Joe's like, nah, I think we're gonna go another direction. You know,
he's like, Batman, calm down. I'll be your Robin, but just chill out.
It's like, play it cool, Jim.
Dude,
I'm trying to do
cool,
something
dude.
here.
He's
like,
negotiations here.
I got a full house here, man. Just calm down.
Yeah.
All right. Stop telling everybody my cards.
I know you're feeling good after your hip replacement, but calm down.
And then Colston Loveland, one of the players at the combine, one that we're all kind of keeping an eye on, one who is predicted to potentially go to the Chargers at pick 22. Previous tight end from Michigan, said, I haven't met with the Chargers, which I think makes sense because they know a lot about me already. Spun it. But I've seen Coach. It's always good to see him. He's a great guy. I would say I'm one of the best route runners in this draft. I truly believe that. I think I got great hands. Obviously, I got a lot to work on throughout my whole game, but I feel like I'm pretty polished and just excited to keep getting better.
Yeah, we did a breakdown last week on Patreon of like looking at, you know, his
some of his highlight plays, yeah.
And he is a wide receiver. Like they line him up all over the place. Like, what did you see from that, Kyle?
Yeah. I mean, they line him up as a number one. They'll isolate him up top, try to get mismatches. There wasn't a whole lot of attached tight end, like hand in the ground. And that's probably what he's referring to in the overall game that he needs to work on. Is I don't think he's an elite blocker. But that's not what we need right now. We have tight ends that can block. We need a guy that can be a big body mismatch that we can get the ball to in critical situations where it's third and short, and we just need a tough couple of yards, get the ball to the tight end with sure hands. So, I think it's all. I mean, last year, did we even meet with
No,
Lad?
we didn't meet.
I think
we didn't.
even.
And Joe Alt. We didn't meet with Joe Alt either. This is a sign of things that could be good. If we don't meet with you, you're probably getting hired.
You're high on the list.
You're high on the list.
Yeah.
If we do meet with you, it's because we know we're not going to get you.
We just want to make sure.
Just want to know what we're up against.
Our instincts were correct.
Exactly. So that'll be exciting to see if Colston Loveland is, in fact, the guy at 22. But what is also exciting, folks, is you heading over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly videos we got going on over there. It's the off season right now, folks. So I think we're spending a lot of time looking at some potential players that could potentially come to the Chargers, potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
Because that's a lot of fun. We love doing that over there. We just had our hangout this last Thursday.
That was fun.
Lots of fun. Hope, so glad everybody was able to make it. So definitely check it out, folks. Patreon.com/ChargerChat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's A-OK. Going over to our regular website, ChargerChat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the member section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out ChargerChat.com. All right, folks. Like I said, we just got one segment lined up for you, and it is Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated. Catch you later, dude. I love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam. And just for a reminder for you folks, if you ever want to contribute to Ask Boltfam, you can hit us up on Twitter. We put a post out every week. Or you can go to our website, chargerchat.com, and just make sure, please, that you always include a question. And we start off Ask Boltfam with BTFU Chargers guy, baby, who asked the question. Oh, my Chargers homie. It's been a long minute since I talked to you guys. I miss my Chargers homies, baby, but I'm officially back, baby. And we'll be asking questions again, Chargers homies. My Chargers homies, what did I witness last week about a helicopter and getting naked, baby? That's the first thing I tuned back into is that. Here's you guys talking about getting naked and helicoptering in the ring. What in the flying bolts was that all about, baby? But my Chargers homies, I was right about last season's predictions. But anyways, my Chargers homies, here's my question. Is your plan for your first round pick? Would it be drafting a running back or a wide receiver tight end, baby? Right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Good to see you, buddy.
And helicoptering, it's our new thing.
Yeah, haven't you heard?
Yeah.
It's the best way
It's not.
to take down
Somebody bigger and stronger
somebody bigger
than you.
and stronger than you.
That's a break glass in case of emergency move.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the situation you're in, it's an emergency.
If it's the situation, but it's not our go-to move.
Yeah.
They never expect it. They never see it coming.
No.
But that's not your question. Your question is, in the first round pick, are we drafting a running back or wide receiver / tight end?
What you got, Kyle?
Thoughts, boys. Okay, I'll go first. I think it's tight end, wide receiver. I think especially after watching the combine and just hearing some of the like pros break everything down, it sounds like this running back draft class is pretty deep. I think you could still get a stud in the second round. So I think that wide receiver, tight end, in my opinion, it's one of those two tight ends, Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland, or if one of the top two running backs, or if Ashton Jeanty somehow falls to you,
Yeah,
then you
that
draft
happens.
him. But
Yeah.
If Ashton Jeanty's not there, then you just I think you take the best tight end, wide receiver. But that's just my opinion. I think running back is deep this year, and you'll be able to get something good in the second round too.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it fascinating how running back, and like people were like, you don't draft a running back in the first round, like the last like 4 or 5 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's all
And
changed.
Saquon.
There's some guys coming out in the Genty comp is they're saying Ladanian.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean,
the comp. So
If it's even close, you take him.
yeah, if even like 40% of what he was, that's a serious
easy
running
pick.
back.
Yeah.
So I kind of lean towards you, Kyle. It's like if he's there, great. If not, I'm hopefully one of those tight ends is there.
Yeah.
I think those are going to be like great value if they hit it. If they land at 22, it'll be like, oh shit, they fell to us. We got lucky again.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rashawn Slater again. This is great.
Yeah.
Or Justin again. This is great. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Janty's the only one that if he's there, you take him. Otherwise, whatever tight end, wide receiver is available.
There's some D linemen too that are pretty serious guys, but it's hard to like separate them because there's so many this year. It's hard to like one that stands out more than the others at 22. If you were in like the top 10 pick, it'd be like, oh, much easier. You pinpoint.
Yeah, totally.
But 22, you're just kind of, you were freaking awesome.
You
last
just
year.
wait for whatever
So now
falls.
you just kind of have to hang out and, catch whatever
Whoa,
falls.
whoa.
Whatever
Yeah.
falls to you.
Oh, wait, whoa, what are you doing?
Hey,
here?
oh, wait.
Hey.
I didn't see this guy coming. So there you go. BTFU Chargers guy. Baby.
Boy.
It's a boy.
Baby.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Justin,
Hey.
who asked the question. Man, this would be a pipe dream. Herbert to Garrett Wilson now, and now Wilson not on the trade block. But that would be my pipe dream, aka Angry Carts. Well, Justin, Mr. Angry Carts, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
And Garrett Wilson. No real mention of him being on the trading block. I mean, I don't think so.
Every receiver that can breathe right now is being
Targeted
as a
by
target.
the Chargers fan base.
There's some clever guys out there who are just throwing random shit at
Sure.
the wall to see what sticks. We'll see. I don't know if we're going full trade or if there's going to be like waiting for one of these guys to get cut. Because there's some wide receivers, especially the Adams one we kind of harped on last week.
Yeah,
that could just be a straight up cut, and then he gets to decide where he wants to go.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I don't know. That would be awesome. I just right now the Jets are such a shit show. Who knows what they're gonna do over there?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's also not to say that Garrett doesn't demand a trade. Like players nowadays have so much power. They just be like, no, I'm not playing. You're going to trade me. I'm still young. You guys are ruining my career. I need to be able to go get some.
I hate it here.
So I can.
Mom, you picked me up from camp. This sucks.
Yeah. I mean, but in all honesty, like from a career standpoint, that second contract you sign is usually your giant one.
Yeah.
And although everyone knows that he's good, his numbers aren't groundbreaking. Like he's no Justin Jefferson or like he's not having these incredible seasons. So I could see him being in a position to be like, guys, no, I'm not doing a rebuild. I need to get paid. I need to put stats. So you got to let me go. So there's always that potential too. But what you would have to give up would be ridiculous. So I don't think that is nice. It's exciting. It would be fun, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, we will just have to let that probably be a pipe dream there, Justin. But thank you, Anchor Carts, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Justin Herbold, who asked the question. The draft is the best time of the year. I have finally made it through 300 prospects. How are your boards coming along? Who are your top 22 for the Chargers? Let me take a look at my board here.
You've broken down 300 prospects.
I got nothing.
That's some impressive shit.
Nothing here. Okay.
That's freaking impressive, dude. It's so hard, man. Like the last couple of years has been so easy because we're like really high. And then you can
and you have a glaring need. You like, oh yeah, this is what we need. This is what you have to go get.
And we have some glaring needs, like interior offensive line. Was it the North Dakota kid? Was it Grable? What's his name? Hold on.
Snappy.
Zabel.
Snippy.
It was somewhere in the middle. Zabel. Like there's guys like that could be good options. Interior offensive line, center. We need all that, but like none of those guys have the things we desperately need are like top 22 prospects.
Totally.
That land around where we're going to land. So I think it's a crapshoot. I would love to have time to go through 300 prospects. You probably have a better podcast than us, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Got a lot more free time than us. I'll tell you that.
I love that shit. That's great.
I think that is the biggest thing is like, it's not a glaring need. There are glaring needs, which is weird to say being a team that made it to the playoffs last year, that like you have glaring needs. And the only reason they're glaring needs is because we just don't have the guys on the roster. There's just so many empty spots on the roster.
Yet.
Yeah.
I just there's no way of knowing what that need is going to be in the first round until free agency gets going a little bit.
Right.
Because if we sign J.K. Dobbins, that changes the whole dynamic of what we bring in. That becomes probably more of a second or third round running back to support, behind him. So,
what we do in wide receiver free agency, or what it looks like on the edge rusher. Like if we bring Khalil back, or like there's so many questions that have to be answered with the structure of the roster before we get to the draft that it's like, I love football. I love it a lot.
Look at me.
But
I love it.
But I don't love
it. I'm just going to shoot it straight. I'm not going to look at 300 players in college that aren't even going to be Chargers. No, I can't prioritize that in my list of I'm working through something, so I don't have that much time.
Hey, we're just glad you're here, Kyle.
I'm showing up. I'm just
putting the work in. Well, hey, why don't you? I want to know if you've gone through 300 players. Please let us know who your top 22
question.
Are.
Is he just? This is the Mel Kiper. He requested a Mel Kiper voice. Is he saying that Mel Kiper has looked at 300 prospects? I think they took on the character.
Oh, my brain hurts.
Answers unclear, Kyle.
No truths in this world.
But if you've got
happy again.
Listen, if you do have 22 top prospects, let us know, because I can think of 4 or 5 names.
Swayed.
Yeah, no, I can think argument. Of like we're looking at Loveland, Loveland, Warren, Janty, and then like you said, like a defensive lineman or
Marion Hampton, and see.
Yeah. So I want to see them. I would love to see some other names out there that could be floating around there, Mr. Justin Herbold. But thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Bolt Casa.
Nice.
Who asked the question?
How would you gents feel if the Chargers grab Sable in the first round? Interior offensive lineman is the priority list, but where exactly should we address this position?
I just have a problem with Dakota linemen. Not necessarily north, but south.
Both.
We have one on the roster. I'm not a huge fan of. So the Dakotas are not my favorite place for interior offensive linemen.
Is that where Zabel's from?
Yeah, he's from North Dakota. So it seems like that might be a trade back situation a little bit. If you could get back a few spots, it might be good. But I think there's some guys in later rounds that we could probably target and go after in like the second or third round. You know what I mean? Like it feels like the coaching we have is going to make guys, shine. And especially like we were talking about the wide receiver, like look what Justin can do with, not much. As long as you can catch the ball, you're going to come in with a great opportunity if you're a top 3 wide receiver pick, top 3 rounds. So, that's my thought.
Yep.
Yeah. I
There
like
it
that.
is.
That's a good call. I think any interior offensive lineman in the first round has to be an absolute stud that
Just
is coming in.
guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
if they were to pick one, I would have to assume that these guys have done their homework and they know that this is somebody.
But it's also the competition. Like in North Dakota, you're not playing in the SEC. It's a different thing. It's more projections on what that guy could be. You know what I mean? So we projected that for Trey Pipkins, and he's Trey Pipkins.
I don't know what this we business is, but yes.
Well,
we the Chargers.
We the Chargers.
We the people.
We followed Tom Telesco through this dark alley, and we got jumped by a South Dakotan, and that is what it was. And now we're talking about North Dakota.
So yeah, but how would you feel? Would you be pissed? Would you be bummed?
It would be. Want to protect Justin Herbert.
Absolutely.
If this
Zabel character
GM thinks he is the move to fix it immediately. This is the best fix. This is the best player available. So that's all they talk about is the best player available.
Right.
If he is, and that's who we pick, I am not going to be upset about it. I'm actually pumped whatever they pick. 22 is a weird one. I'm not, it's not like I've said 3 times on this podcast. It's just a different thing. It's just like catch one.
Totally. All right. I don't think we will be too upset there, Mr. Casa.
No.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Daryl21, who asked the question. My peeps, what's up? Baby, been gone a few months, but not out of touch with watching my weekly episodes. Had to move, get settled, and now I'm finally back, and Missy says hi. Hoo-ha! Now, let's get down to business. Since I last checked in, we had smoked the Faders in the final game. Then promptly went out and crapped the bed in Houston on offense. But Haba got us to 11 wins. And we all feel it was a successful season in year 1. And that Super Bowl was the most enjoyable ass kicking of the queefs that we've seen yet. Now, we're on the free agency and the draft. If you remember a few years ago, I was screaming for Dalton Kincaid. And the same bitch was right there and coupon Tom went QJ. Fine. Now, I'm screaming again for Loveland or Taylor because Warren won't be there. My question is, if we go tight end at number 22, do we think that Chef Ortiz will trade up a bit, stay put, or trade down? And if we go D-line, grab that monster, Kenneth Grant. I've actually had serious thoughts of Grant molly whooping that smirk right off Mahomes' face. Who freaking ha? You guys are the best. And really helped Missy and I through the last few months with all the craziness going on. FTR, FTB, and a huge FTC. See you Tuesday, guys. Can't let me by. Hoo-ha!
I could definitely see us trading up. And the only reason I say that is because last year we were about 9 picks away from this, and we traded up to get Ladd McConkey. Like, it does not seem like he's scared of moving up to get the guy if there's value just like chilling somewhere, like crazy value. So I just don't know where their board lays, but I could absolutely see it happening.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that. That's a valid point. I mean, as far as like what my gut says, I think unless it is, I don't see us trading up.
What I'm talking about is I'm talking just jumping the Broncos.
Yeah.
Because the Broncos are going to snake something that we are going to have to face twice a year.
Yeah, something or somebody that we want.
Just a little skip behind, skip in front of the Broncos would be cool.
Interesting. Yeah,
I really don't know. I mean, I think we're so good at what they did so well last year in the draft. I don't want to give up picks. Like, I want us to be able to have all the opportunities we can to create quality players on cheap contracts. I mean, that reasoning makes sense because they did it last year. It's just, to me, first round move ups are so expensive. But I guess when you get back there further in the draft, and if it is only moving up a couple spots, if they have somebody that they really, really want, that's sweet. I don't know. I just don't think there's anyone in this draft, especially down near around us, that's so like and again, we don't know where the board's going to go, but that would require giving up something to go get, like, even guys like Ferguson, the tight end out of Oregon, had a great combine, and now he's moving up boards. So it's like, if one of those tight ends is not there, do you just stick where you're at and pick up a tight end later on in the draft? I don't know. It's just, it feels like a weird kind of balanced, not giant superstar type draft that you would need to move up to go get someone. But then again, I like the idea of not allowing the Broncos to get someone that we want.
So the Broncos are picking at 20. We're at 22. So say Ashton Genty is there at 19. And the Tampa Bay wants
you got it. Would
you jump those spots just so the Broncos don't get him?
Yes.
I'm in like screw the Broncos territory for this draft. Like, let's just, they were so close to them, you know. I know that's my thought, at least.
Yeah. No, I think that's a valid argument for just trying to stop them from getting another player that we don't want to go up against.
It's a petty pick. Like, I just don't want them to have anyone good. And if we could jump over them, it could just be like
And honestly, like, if it's just a couple picks, you might not have to give up much. I mean, it might just be something where you're just like, hey, let's just swap picks for the fourth.
We'll give you one of our
Like
specialists.
yeah.
Our handwriting analyst.
We'll let you borrow him.
You can borrow him.
But that sounds great. And as far as D lineman Kenneth Grant, is that one of those D linemen that you were talking about? Kenneth Grant,
guy, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Stud. Yeah, I mean, we know that these guys, we know Harbaugh and Ortiz like to build in the trenches. So
I could see that.
We might all be clamoring for a tight end.
Well, so if we know anything, it's the things that we want and expect that are going to happen never happen.
Yes.
No. And we learned that last year, but every single pick we made did not think that.
All right.
So
Kenneth Grant,
probably
welcome
Kenneth
to
Grant.
the Chargers.
Yeah, welcome to the Chargers, Kenneth.
All right. Daryl 21. Glad the move went well. Say hey to Missy for us. We appreciate it. Thank you for asking the question. Back. Let's move on now to Zach Shelton, who asked the question.
I'm a little anxious / worried about the upcoming season. None of the teams that I follow in sports have ever won a championship, and it makes me worry if they ever will. Like last year was looking good for this team with the first season of Jim Harbaugh, and then we got embarrassed in the playoffs. And there are always going to be questions about if Justin Herbert could be a top 5 quarterback. Bro. So my question is, are you nervous or anxious for this upcoming season? No.
I'm nervously excited about how rad this is.
Nervously excited.
Yeah, like there's not like we got a taste of how good this GM and this coach and what this team can do with a bunch of. It's safe to say that the roster was kind of ragtaggy last year. Couple 1-year deals and some random prove it contracts.
I liked that.
And what they did with some prove it contracts and some 1-year deals. Have another, and they even talked about. I heard they had interviewed Joe Ortiz, and he was talking about when he had to come in, he had to reteach the entire draft, all the basically how we organize our draft.
Right.
So he didn't even have that all wrapped up. Like they were still like putting up their board in odd ways because they didn't have like a singular thing ready for the season. They're gonna have a whole season to get ready for it. So I'm beyond excited, Zach. And yes, I also that's not true. I do like the Los Angeles Kings, and we won a Stanley Cup. So I don't know what it feels like. But yeah, pretty close to knowing what it feels like. But we'll get there. Don't be stressed.
Yeah. I think we are in such better hands, Zach, than we have been in quite some time.
Oh, hell yeah.
That if this was another new head coach or a new GM, I would understand the worry because it's more question marks as to what these guys can produce. We know what Harbaugh can produce, and we've at least seen a year of what Ortiz can draft, or at least what he prioritizes, and the level of talent that he's able to bring in, even for 1 year.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to the volume of what this team is capable of and capable of going. And after seeing just even the report card of like the stock is on the rise. Like if we were at bottom of the barrel again in the report card in the 30s again, it would make me go, wait a minute, time out. I thought this was going in the right direction. How are we still at the bottom of the barrel? But we clearly see we're moving up.
Yeah.
So sky's the limit. Buckle up, Mr. Shelton, because we're blasting off and you're coming with me. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey. Who asked the question? Hey, Kyle, nice of you to stop by for a visit. And yes, I just crudely pasted my face over yours in the picture below. And Kevin and I are getting brothered, and we are getting matching Vapor Elite Lad jerseys with the little bolt up emblem inside. Kyle, your brotherhood with Kevin was a hollow shell. It was a cruel charade. Kevin just gave me the 411 on you not getting a matching Vapor Elite QJ jersey last season. And you know what else? You never gave me credit for beating you on Ask Boltfam one time. Bobby Peck told me it's my time now. I just came up with a new nickname. Kyle Slayer 13, crushing DBs like Kyle every week on Ask Boltfam. Bet you wish you thought of it. Anyway, I know some bad stuff happened just now, but I'm personally inviting you to be in a picture with Kevin, Adam, and me. Then you'll get over it and sit next to me during the game. Don't throw out your best Ask Boltfam friend because of your anger. Remember, Kyle, the fox knows many tricks. The hedgehog one good one. Question. What Chargers memorabilia or gear items are you on your bucket list or that you look forward to getting during the off season? And 2, as a fan, what is one step you would like to see Jim Harbaugh take as a coach next season? Can be serious or funny. Can't love you. Bye. Andrew.
Shots. You're pulling me into this now.
Hey.
You're gonna get me in trouble. What did I tell you?
I don't remember that at all.
Giving him the 411 on betraying.
I've been with Kevin since our hangout. I don't remember him saying anything like that, Mr. Ramsey.
Kyle,
we're a family here. Stop trying to break this family up.
I honestly can't follow. I don't know. I guess we're not brothers anymore, and you guys are brothers now, and I didn't spend $500 on a jersey, so that makes me a bad guy.
Yep. Kathy, you have a new son, and his name is Andrew Ramsey Duggan.
Just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be nice.
Questions.
Be nice to Kyle, Mr. Ramsey. As far as Chargers memorabilia or gear items on the bucket list that you look forward to getting during the offseason, I mean, bucket list items during this offseason, I don't know if my wallet can handle that.
Yeah.
I might need to save up for some stuff, but there's probably some signed cards out there. I'd love to get an auto Ladd McConkey card. Yeah. Rookie Ladd McConkey auto. Card. That'd be sweet.
I have a signed Phil and signed my brain.
Laskanian Bomlinson, I want to say his name is.
No. It's basically my goal is to get all the Chargers quarterbacks.
Oh, okay.
Drew Brees. Sorry. I have Drew Brees and Phil signed a helmet. I'd love to get Justin to sign it. I'd love to get Fouts to sign it. Stan Humphries.
Oh, all the same helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Helmet. Oh, that's cool.
It would be a lot of work, and I'd have to do pin paling and shit. But
yeah, you'd have to pull some strings.
Something I'd like to do.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but that's or just a Justin Herbert signature. I'm good for pretty much anything. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have any. I got nothing. I have way too much Charger gear. Half my closet is pretty much powder blue, so I think I'm on a spinning freeze.
You got to take a year off.
Yeah, I got to take a season off.
That's fair. And as a fan, what is one step you would like to see Jim Harbaugh take as a coach next season? I still can't believe that he was a B+. That's why I'm like, what does he need to do?
You just want the grade.
The question is, what would I like to see him? The steps I would like to see him take. I'm like, one in front of the other. I don't know.
Baby, step us into the AFC West title, dude. That's what I want.
Yeah,
win the AFC West
championships. I want to win the AFC West. I want AFC Championship game. I want a Super Bowl. That's what I want to see Jim Harbaugh do.
Yeah, and I think he will. I think he will. This is going to get good.
Okay,
this is going to get good.
It's going to get good.
Well, there you go, Mr. Ramsey. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athir Kadir.
Athir.
Kadir.
Who asked the question?
Judge and chat, my lovely brothers and my best in the world, Bolt fam. I love you all, baby. I miss my Bolt fam on game day. I've only got one question for the show. Trade down prop sale with the Super Bowl champs Eagles, baby. We trade number 22 with the Eagles for number 32, and we receive a second, third, and a fifth this year, baby. But we also have to give up a fourth next year because we are getting an extra second this year. The question will be, will you make that trade regardless of who is on the board, baby? Yeah, I am making that trade. That's how you build a Super Bowl team, baby. Let's go, baby. We start with my lovely Coach Kyle, followed by my awesome best friend Kevin, and we finish with my baby, my heart, my love, my life forever, baby, Wall Dog. P.S. Before my question, please remember, we still have our first round at 32, but 2 seconds, 2/3, a fourth, and 2/5. That is a total of 7 picks in the first 5 rounds. Okay, love you, bye, baby.
Thier.
The Thier with
putting
the
a parlay together.
Yeah, trying to put together. He's wheeling and dealing.
I like it.
I mean, we were talking about trying to move up easily, but moving back for all of those picks?
I'm just curious who the Philadelphia Eagles are moving up to 22. Like, who are they moving up to get?
Desperate to get.
Yeah,
who is the desperation move? You know, I'm curious what that would be. Would I do this? I probably.
Regardless of who's on the board.
That's so much you're getting back for 10 spots. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think the Eagles would ever do that. And if they're somebody that good that they want to go up and get, I'd rather have that good player, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It would be nice picking 32, getting used to being back there. To see what it feels like.
Let's give it a spin.
What if they called up and you're like, all right, well, we'll consider it, but who are you going to take? And they tell you the name, and then you're like, boom, canceled. And then you put your name in for him. That's what I would do.
Click.
Psych. Click.
Yeah. That's good, Kev. Way to you want good relationships with the GM.
Yeah. Eagles suck.
You heard it here first.
We're not here to make friends. We're here to pick good players.
What if the name they gave was Zabel, the North Dakota guard, and you're like, got it.
Take him. Give me all those picks. You take him.
That is a lot of picks, Mr. Ethier. And I think the caveat of him saying, like, regardless of who's on the board, it's like, oh man, if any of those names that we're talking about, Warren, Janty,
well,
even
they're
Loveland,
there. That's who they're trading up to get.
I know.
So
that's I don't do.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I would do it if that was honestly the deal. I would be really surprised if they were giving up that many picks to move up from 32 to 22.
I wonder if that's the comp pick formula, because they have a formula for like going from one to other. I wonder if that's the formula.
Gets a certain amount of points.
Yeah, that's a lot. Though. That's a lot.
We do our best work in the 6th round, I believe. Both our cornerbacks from the 6th round. So maybe we just trade all of our picks and take the entire 6th round. Just take 12 picks in the 6th round.
That would be funny.
That would be awesome.
All right. Well, I guess we're taking it here. Ethier, buddy.
Yeah, give it to us, dude.
We'll take it. Thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis, who asked the question.
What's up, soldiers? Had a nice little time this past week. Met Antonio Gates and Rashawn Slater. Hung out with the Bolt fam in Costa Mesa and watched the scouting combine on TV. My first question is directed to you, Coach. Why does Kev hate Colston Loveland? I'm concerned it's personal at this point. Hope this doesn't turn into a Trey Pipkins type situation, because we all know how that goes. Anywho, who stuck out to you at the combine this past weekend? My next question is directed to you, Kev. Rate your top 5 horror movies in order. Does The Shining make the cut? Blair Witch Projects? Let me know, Cadet. Also, why do you hate Colston Loveland? My last question is directed at you, Wolldog. What's one thing you do behind the scenes making the podcast that you are most proud about? And what's one weird thing you do as well? As always, the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys, and suck my butt.
Always good to Finish with Tony. He always has such great questions.
Yeah.
Starting with you, Coach. Why does Kev hate Colston Loveland?
I don't.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Last week, but there's just something about the guy. Kev doesn't like him. I don't know. But that's a good sign, though. If he doesn't like him, he's going to be a Pro Bowler.
You're ridiculous.
Pro Bowler. So things are looking up for us.
Very good. And was there anybody that stuck out to you at the combine this past weekend?
Is that to me?
That is to you.
Yep. Still up.
Sorry, dude. I didn't know I got a double dip.
You got double dipped.
Okay. No, I honestly I didn't get to watch a whole lot of it. I wanted to catch up on YouTube stuff this week. But from what I heard over some podcasts I listened to today, there were some guys that jumped up, like Jackson Dart, the quarterback at Ole Miss. He looked really, really good. Any quarterback that looks good is good news for us because it's either potential trade down partners, or other skill guys that might be there for us at 22. So I didn't see anybody on our list. I know Loveland I don't think he participated in a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
So there wasn't anything like giant that stood out from the players that I was keeping an eye on going into it, but I'm excited to go back and look a little bit more and try to I like it for like those border guys. I think that's what the combine's good for, is the small school guys, and then also the guys that are kind of on the fence, like right there at the bottom of just getting invited, just seeing how they stack up with all the other guys. But as far as like the top tier first round guys, those guys are already set. Like I don't think you dictate they're that much better because of what they did at the combine than football players.
All right.
What was the quarterback, the Ohio State quarterback who had like the worst combine of any? He had the worst combine. Somebody put together like a highlights of all of his missed throws. It was so bad.
Just from the combine?
Just the combine.
Ooh.
So bummer, dude.
Yikes.
Good. At least you got a championship.
Yeah. At least you were on TV. All right. Well, Kevin, top 5 horror movies in order.
This is too difficult.
I know.
This is like, because I find myself, I love horror movies.
The list is constantly growing too.
It's just ever evolving.
Yeah.
I just kind of jotted some down while I was listening to Kyle ramble.
While you were being put on the spot.
No. So I can't. All right. Let me see if I can put these in order. So I'll go. Number 1, I'll go The Exorcist because it terrified me.
That's number 1?
Yeah.
Nice.
Exorcist. Then I'm going to go The Thing. Then I'm going to go Evil Dead. Then I'm going to go Nightmare on Elm Street. We could say The Shining. The Shining's more psychological to me. It's not like straight up horror. It's like it dabbles. But I'm going to go 7 because it's also kind of there. But 7.
So number 5, you're going 7.
7. 5 is 7.
5 to 7.
So that list will change in about 10 minutes when I actually start thinking about.
Probably.
So sorry, I really would have spent about 3 hours looking this up and coming with the perfect list. But I'm on the spot. Sorry.
What about the Blair Witch Projects? Are those top 10? 20,
they were a
30?
moment in time.
They were a product of their time.
They were a product of their time. It was middle school and the 90s, and they were scary, but yeah, not like the other ones.
No, that's fair.
They don't hold up.
Why do you hate Colston Loveland?
I don't hate Colston Loveland. I love Loveland. Love Lind.
All right.
Can't make me
Dodging
say that.
the question, I guess.
I'd love to have him.
Deflecting.
I even put him in the outline. I put his quote in the outline because I like him.
Sounds like you're trying to
overcompensate.
Yeah,
I'm not overcompensating. This is just how I feel.
All right. What's one thing I do behind the scenes making the podcast that I am most proud about? I would have to say it is my ongoing every damn week coming up with some stupid commercial. That was like sounded like a great idea when we started this. I was like, oh, sure. One a week. Easy.
Well, that was before we had sponsors. We were like just this like little podcast that didn't even have a sponsor.
Let me make up some fake sponsors.
Yeah. And
now it's almost the bane of my existence because I'll get to the end of the episode and I'll be like, oh, shit. I got to write a commercial. What did we even talk about?
No, but we need to put them all together.
We do, actually. I think one of these days.
Because we're coming up on episode 400.
I know.
Right? We're at 396. So 400, you've done at least 350 of these.
Yeah, because I don't think I started until like 30 something, started putting commercials at the very end.
60 something commercials.
Yeah, there's a lot. So yeah, be on the lookout for that in the future. Just back to back.
And they're all
fake commercials.
They're all like 30 seconds. So that you're looking at least an hour.
Yeah.
The hardcore fans out there would put together a super cut of your favorite ones and send them in.
Yeah. We'll
all that effort that Bulldog put in.
We'll do a tier list of all the fake commercials.
Des and the Whiny Magoos is still holds up as well.
Desmond King and the Whiny Magoos.
Desmond King.
That is a good one.
Is one of my
that's
favorites.
A classic.
Yeah. That was from like 5 years ago.
It was, yeah, back when Desmond King was still on the team.
Yeah.
And then what's one weird thing? I mean, shoot, you could probably say the same thing. Doing funny ass commercials at the end is kind of weird. I don't know what other weird things. I'm very particular about the sound that we put out.
Most people record the podcast and export it and goes up.
Yeah.
Adam listens to the whole thing and cleans the whole thing up for what, 3 hours before you post it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
I wonder why it sounds good.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm a little nitpicky about making sure we put out a quality sounding podcast. So
dulcet tones.
Hopefully you all appreciate that and enjoy that. But Mr. Francis, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions. And Ask Boltfam, as always, we greatly appreciate it. It is the off season, so we are always looking for fun, silly questions. So if you got fun, silly questions, folks, be sure to hit us up on the next episode of Charge or Chat. But I think that's going to do it for us here today. Any final thoughts?
I'm not happy with the list I just gave you.
The horror movie list?
No, I'm really panicking. Shouldn't have put 7 on there. It's great, but it's not top 5.
Oh, wow. All right.
Maybe top 8.
All right. Well, I'm going to console Kevin, folks.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep now.
I know. Well, that's that's going to do it for us here at Charge or Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
And here's a word from our sponsor. Okay, love you, bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Are you stuck in a workday scheme that makes you want to scream? Want to join a team that's guaranteed to make you beam? Well, the answer might be easier than it seems. Look no further than Happy Team. At Happy Team, we work together to build your ultimate scheme, from a fresh new routine and your favorite iced cream. So come on over and join the Happy Team. It's a vibe that's always supreme. Happy Team, happy dream.